You mentioned the military-industrial complex there. Do you think that, not just for Sweden, but for many other countries, that Russia is perceived as a very useful, mythical enemy or bogeyman, because basically it helps bring in the money into that complex?
Anybody who is part of the MIMAC that I have described needs an enemy to justify its use of public funds. You cannot argue for more armament or NATO membership or warfare or interventionism if there's no enemy. So there has to be terrorism one year, there has to be Slobodan Milosevic in Yugoslavia another year, there has to be a Brezhnev at the time, or there has to be a Putin at the time, there has to be a China at a time. The West cannot live without enemies. It's part of our self-perception. And that's why it was extraordinary when one of Gorbachev's advisors said, we're going to do a terrible thing to you in the West. We're going to deprive you of an enemy. And that was the opportunity we lost in the West. We should have closed down NATO. When the Soviet Union and the Warsaw Pact fell apart, we should have created a better, peaceful Europe, and we would never have had all these problems that we have today, including refugees, terrorism, and all these things. But we arrogantly, triumphalistically denied that we could do things differently, just continued expanding NATO and doing all these things.